From purchasing million-dollar supercars to billion-dollar compulsive shopping, this is how NBA stars spend their millions. And first up, we have to begin with the greatest shooter of all time, because Steph Curry spent $8 million just to skip traffic. In 2019, the Warriors made the decision to move their practice facility from Oakland to San Francisco. Because of this change, Steph was unable to be on time to practice every single day, so he spent $8 million on a condo in San Francisco. The NBA legend enjoys buying real estate in his spare time. His love for real estate started when he purchased a modest $1.2 million house in 2008, and since then, he hasn't stopped. Steph doesn't like to save money. He prefers spending it like there's no tomorrow. He lives like a king and owns a mansion that's worth over $31 million. If you're shocked by how much he's invested in real estate, you probably haven't seen his expensive car collection yet. It includes a Porsche 911 GT3, which cost around $200,000, a Porsche Panamera Turbo S, which is worth $180,000, a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon worth $130,000, and a Tesla Model X that cost him around $120,000 that allowed him to drive his daughter around safely. Now, Steph isn't the only NBA star to own an impressive car collection, because LeBron's car collection includes some of the most expensive cars in the world, like a Ferrari 458 Spider, a Ferrari 599, a Mercedes Maybach 57S, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and a Lamborghini Aventador. However, the most extravagant vehicle LeBron owns is his 2013 Porsche 918 Spider. This is one of the most expensive as well as fastest cars on Earth, as well as one of the scarcest and most required. In fact, it happens to be a part of a limited collection with only 918 of them on Earth. It is provided with a 4.6-liter V8 engine that helps propel the car from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. It features 875 horsepower. The NBA star paid around $1.4 million for this monster. Like Steph Curry, LeBron James enjoys buying real estate in his spare time. His house in LA is worth over $52 million. This house is provided with everything a star like LeBron needs, like 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a movie theater, a massage room, a guest house, and a massive pool. LeBron also owns a house in the hills he purchased in 2020 for $36 million and spent a whopping $21 million on another LA home he purchased in 2015. This means he owns over $80 million of real estate in Los Angeles alone. His real estate portfolio also includes a $9 million mansion in Ohio, which features 19 rooms, 30,000 square feet, and a private bowling alley. James is admired not only for his talent on the court, but also for his maturity and generosity. Being born into a poor family, LeBron knows the hardships of the more unfortunate, so he considers it his duty to share some of his wealth with the community and assist people who have less than him. The Los Angeles Lakers player also established his organization, LeBron James Family Foundation, to change the lives of children and families forever by focusing on education. In August 2016, LeBron sent 5,000 Ohio kids and their families to Cedar Point, one of the craziest amusement parks on the planet. While it was obvious that Cedar Point's roller coasters were huge hits with the kids, even James couldn't resist, and he spent time on some of the craziest roller coasters on the planet. It's really cool to see an NBA legend like LeBron James giving back to the community he comes from and changing people's lives for the better. LeBron sure knows how to spend his money, but it's nothing compared to what Michael Jordan owns. His 56,000 square foot house was custom made just for him. Not only is there his legendary 23 on the gate, but the house also features a tennis court and a full-size basketball court. It also features 19 bathrooms and a guest house with 3 bedrooms. The house is currently for sale, so if you are watching this video, you could own it for the modest sum of $14.9 million. Now, with a net worth of $1.7 billion, it's no surprise this is not the only house he owns. He purchased his own golf course for $15 million in order to not be bothered while he's trying to get the ball to the hole. He also purchased a private jet for $61.5 million. Jordan customized his jet to be wrapped in white and blue for North Carolina. On the outside, Jordan made it clear that this is his plane. Not only does the plane boast his personal Air Jordan Jumping Man logo on the tail, it also has the N236MJ sticker put on to represent his number, the championships he's won, and his initials. As we all know, not all travel can be done by private jet, so he also bought his own super yacht for $80 million. It's 220 feet long and is provided with a movie theater, a private chef, and a basketball court, just in case you need to put a few shots up in the middle of the ocean. Now, if you're shocked by how much he paid to buy the yacht, you probably don't know how much he spends maintaining it. Jordan spends over $1 million to maintain it every single week. Yeah, you heard me right. Every single week. That's more money than most people will earn in their lifetime just to maintain it. The $80 million price tag demanded for the yachts isn't even the craziest part, because in 2010, Michael Jordan purchased his own team, the Charlotte Hornets, for $175 million. This investment has certainly paid off, with the Hornets now worth over $1 billion. With his vast fortune, Jordan owns the most expensive car of any NBA player. He owns a Mercedes McLaren SLR 722 edition, which goes for over $3 million, and a Bugatti Veyron that's worth over $2 million. However, Michael Jordan isn't the only player who owns a team and drives fast cars, because in 2021, Dwayne Wade decided to buy a part of the Utah Jazz. Considered by many to be one of the best players of his era, Wade won 3 NBA championships as a member of the Miami Heat, and after a 16-year NBA career and an estimated $200 million in earnings, he decided he wanted to stick around basketball. However, not everyone is as rich as Michael Jordan and able to buy an entire NBA team, so with the Utah Jazz worth $1.75 billion, in 2021, Wade bought a minority stake in the team. Dwayne Wade also has one-of-a-kind shoes worth over $4 million. The sneakers are named the Fire Monkey, which celebrates the Chinese New Year and the Year of the Monkey. The size 15 shoes feature diamonds and sapphires and are provided with a solid 18-karat gold tag. According to some sources, they are considered one of the most expensive pairs of shoes on the planet. The craziest part is that these sneakers are even more expensive than his McLaren 570S. This supercar is provided with a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. With a top speed of 204 miles per hour, it is able to dash to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds, and is certainly one of the fastest cars in Wade's collection. If you're not surprised already, just wait and watch, because up next, it's the great Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the most successful NBA players of all time, but his success extends far beyond the basketball court. This guy's also a successful businessman. Shaq has made some smart investments that have helped him amass a net worth of over $400 million. He is the proud owner of 150 car washes, 40 gyms, 17 Auntie Anne's, and at one point 155 Five Guys. This guy even owns his personal burger place named the Shaquille, several Papa John's pizza franchises, and a Krispy Kreme franchise in Atlanta. He has even invested in tech companies like Google and Ring. Shaq is admired not only for his talent on the court, but also for his maturity and generosity. He considers it his duty to share some of his wealth with the community and assist people who have less than him. He's a philanthropist and donates a significant portion of his wealth to organizations like Boys and Girls Clubs of America, the NAACP, and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It's really cool to see an NBA legend like Shaq O'Neal using his wealth to make a positive impact on the world. However, Shaq is also well known for his larger-than-life personality and extravagant spending habits. In fact, in 2018, he bought not one, not two, but 3 Mercedes-Benz cars in a single day. Shaq spent over $400,000 on a customized Sprinter van, a G-Class SUV, and a Maybach S600 luxury sedan. But Shaq's crazy spending habits aren't just limited to cars. He's also been known to splurge on expensive jewelry, clothes, and even houses. Early in his career, when he was making $20 million a season, after receiving his first paycheck, the big guy went shopping and spent $9 million in one day. Another basketball player admired not only for his talent on the court, but also for his maturity and generosity was Kobe Bryant. The Los Angeles Lakers player also established his organization, Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, which provided opportunities for underprivileged children to participate in athletics. According to reports, Kobe donated at least $1 million per year to the organization. Bryant didn't just look at kids as fans. He considered it his duty to inspire and help as many people as possible. Since his tragic death in 2020, the foundation has continued to honor his legacy and support the communities he cared so deeply for. His contributions to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation demonstrate his commitment to giving back and encouraging children to achieve their life goals. Now, driving supercars and owning expensive jewelry is just part of the NBA lifestyle, but no one ever talks about how an NBA legend's mistake cost him over $5 million. Scottie Pippen won 6 NBA championships as a member of the Chicago Bulls, and although he was successful on the court, he made one of the dumbest purchases in NBA history. After the 2002-2003 season, Pippen left Portland to begin his NBA career with the Chicago Bulls. When he signed a big 4-year, $66 million deal, he decided to spend $4.3 million on a private jet that couldn't fly. Yeah, you heard me right. Instead of inspecting the jet, he just trusted that it worked, and to his surprise, the engines didn't work. so he had to spend an additional $1 million in repairs just to get it off the ground. Now, if you're shocked by how Pippen lost $5 million, you probably don't know how Allen Iverson lost $200 million. Iverson was the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft. He's often considered as one of the greatest scorers and one of the most influential players in NBA history. After his NBA career and an estimated $200 million in earnings, he was saved by an undisclosed clause with Reebok. Iverson is well known for his larger-than-life personality and extravagant spending habits. He has never had any problems earning money, he just can't control himself when he spends it. Each month, Iverson spends more than $30,000 on clothes, restaurants, and groceries. In addition, he regularly spent $40,000 at strip clubs and $125,000 going into paying back various debts. However, the worst example of his bad spending habits was when Iverson landed at the airport. He wasn't able to find his car, but instead of asking for help, he decided to buy a brand new one. In 2011, Iverson had his Lamborghini impounded because he failed to provide proof that he was the owner of the car. In 2012, his $200 million in earnings were completely drained. That same year, he filed for bankruptcy when he was unable to pay his $900,000 debt to a jewelry store. Luckily, in 2001, Iverson signed a very unique endorsement deal with Reebok that literally saved his life. The lifetime deal included an $800,000 payment structure each year, and when he turns 55 in 2030, he'll be able to raise $32 million from a trust fund Reebok has put together for him. This Reebok deal not only solved his money problems, but also allowed him to avoid living on the streets. Now, although NBA stars spend millions of dollars, some of them are as humble as you and me. In 2011, Kawhi Leonard left San Diego State to begin his NBA career with the San Antonio Spurs, and recently signed a big 4-year, $176 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah, you heard me right. $176 million. And this doesn't take into consideration the $5.5 million he makes per season from his endorsement deal with New Balance. However, despite his huge success, Kawhi is still living as he did before becoming a multimillionaire. For example, in 2016, while making over $16 million, he still drove his 1997 Chevy Tahoe, worth about $1,390. This was his very first car, and he's been driving it since high school. He nicknamed it the Gas Guzzler, and explained during one of his interviews that he still drove a 20-year-old car, despite being a millionaire NBA player, because it runs and it's paid off. But this isn't the only example of Kawhi being extremely cheap. He is also the proud sponsor of the chicken wing chain Wingstop. With this endorsement deal, Wingstop sends him coupons for free wings so he can feed his mango habanero addiction. But one day he lost his coupons, and rather than using money from his $1 million contract to feed his addiction, he decided to contact Wingstop to supply him with more coupons. Which of the NBA stars' possessions surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're mind blown by how NBA stars spend their millions, make sure to check out my video on 10 items Lionel Messi owns that cost more than your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.